Thumbs up for the voice. Okay. Sitting Sukhasana. Lift the base of the sternum up and take the shoulders to the sides and down. Turn the palms up. Ground the sitting bones down. And lift through the crown of your head. Then keep your eyes open just for a moment longer. Elongate the back of your neck. Make sure that your eyes are in eye level. And then close your eyes. Come to your body. Come to your breath. As you inhale, the body elongates. And as you exhale, you ground with your sitting bones. So I see that some of you haven't closed your eyes yet. Close your eyes. We're not going to stay long. Now bring your palms to Namaste, the base of the sternum. Lift the base of the sternum towards the thumbs and bow the head down. Getting ready to practice, to learn, to explore, to enjoy. So let's take the bricks. Take your 2 bricks. And also have your strap where you can reach it. And we're going to place the bricks under our feet. So place your bricks mat width apart and we're going to lie down. So lie down on your back with your feet on the bricks. If you don't have bricks, go get some books. So lie on your back. I'm going to get up, but you lie on the back. So lie back. Come close enough to the brick so you have feeling of control under your feet. The entire foot is on the ground. Have your hands somewhere on your body. And allow your pelvis to relax. Allow your lower back to melt into the ground. If you haven't closed your eyes, close your eyes. Okay. So we're working today with the hamstrings, which are the muscles of the back thigh, as you all know. And we're going to start by activating them gently. If they're tight for you, maybe it wouldn't be so gentle. So you're allowed to rest, you know, you all know that. So, okay. So press your feet into the brick and lift the pelvis slightly off the ground. So it's really like 2 centimeters. You're not arching the back or anything like that. You're just pushing the bricks. Stay there. Make sure that you're not squeezing the butt. We want to start activating the hamstrings. Good. And now lower the pelvis down. Okay. Good. Push again against the bricks. So I think, Yvonne, the bricks needs to be closer to you. Yeah, you need to have control a little bit. Yeah. Lifting the pelvis slightly off the ground. Not squeezing the butt. Activating the hamstrings. Angelica, see, when it's too much, you go down. You don't need my instructions. Good. And come to the sensation at the back of the thigh. Maybe you also feel the front of the thigh. That's really good. Okay. Lower the pelvis down. And one last time in this simple variation, lifting, pressing through the ground or pressing into the ground and lifting tiny, tiny bit. Good. Lower down. Make sure not to hug the knees. Just stay there, relaxing the lower back and relaxing the back thigh. Okay. Now this is getting a little bit more challenging, but still quite gentle. Now you're going to take one brick on top of the other and place it under the right foot. Yeah, you can also do it with your feet. Take the one brick on top of the other. Can you see? One brick on top of the other. The right foot is on the brick and the other foot is on the ground. And you're going to lie down again. So first, let's just feel this. The asymmetry of the body like this. You can close your eyes. You can have your hands on your body. Good. And now both feet are on the ground. One ground is the brick, the other ground is the ground, is your mat. And you're going to press to lift the pelvis. This time the pelvis will come a little bit higher, but not too high. And your pelvis is going to stay square. So have your hands on your hip bones from the front. Make sure it's square. Good. And go down. The entire time we make sure that we don't squeeze the back because we're targeting the hamstrings, right? So inhale, we're going to use the breath. Inhale, get ready. Exhale, push to lift. Not too high, not overarching or not arching at all. The lower back. And down. One last time in this simple way. Pressing the ground, lifting, touching the pelvis, hip bones from the front. ASIS. And then down. Okay. This time, we're going to do it a bit different. We're going to lift, we're going to square the hips, and then we're going to lift the left leg off the ground. Taking it down and going down. So this is where probably you really feel the hamstrings in the right side. Yeah? Okay, one more time. Push through the right, or push actually. And then the right, the left is coming up. Keep the pelvis square and go down. Good. Could you feel the tightening of the hamstrings in the right side? All right. Take it down. And one more time in the same way. Right, where both feet are pressing, you lift the pelvis, the right foot is staying, the left one is coming up. Karen, no need to lift the leg so high. Take it down, it's like you're stepping on the floor. Very good. Like you're stepping on the floor, yes. Yeah. And down. So this one is probably very strong. Yeah? Okay. The other side. So move the bricks to the left. You can do it with using your feet. Good. We're lying down. At first, we're just feeling. The feet are in the same level, but not the same height. Now you press through both feet. The hips are square. Very simple. Down. And rest. Inhale, you're ready. Exhale, push. And down. One last time in this variation. Inhale, ready. Exhale, push. And down. Okay. This time, maybe just look at me once. Yeah. This time you're going to lift. And then you're going to lift the other knee. So I'm not lifting the leg. This will come later. Yeah. I'm just having my legs leveled as far as I can, my hips. Yeah. And then foot down, pelvis down. Okay. We're going to do this 3 times. So let's start. Press through both feet. Lift the pelvis up. Hey, Larissa. Lift the pelvis up. Square hips. Then lift the left. The right, sorry. Good. Take the right foot down. Take the pelvis down. And rest. Hi, Silke. Very good. Okay. One more time. Push through both feet. Lift. And lift the foot. Good. And down. All the way down. Good. One last time. When you're ready, go. So when you're up, look at your knees. You want your knees to be in the same level. Yeah? Good. And down. Very nice. Okay. For a moment, move the bricks aside. Have both feet on the ground. This is what we call CRP. You don't need to get up. Just push it with your leg. Right? Okay. Both feet on the ground. And you rest. This is what we call CRP. You rest the lower back. This is really nice for the psoas and nice for other stuff as well. Okay, take the 2 bricks again. Place them under your right foot. You can do it with your legs. Just move them under your right. If you're not sure with the instructions, you look for a minute. So you're going to come up in the same way, and you're going to take your left leg in a figure 4, into a figure 4. And stay there. So whenever you're ready, go up. It's going to be easier than just taking the leg in the air. Good. And then you're gently pushing the left knee away from you. Yes, good. Trying to keep the hips leveled, square. Very nice. Careful not to go too high. We don't want to squeeze the butt. Okay, come down. Take the leg down, take the foot down. And we're going to do this again. This time we're going to send the leg up or the foot up. So lift, take the left leg, stay open, and then send the heel up. Take it down, open, pelvis down, rest the leg. Yep. Okay, one more time. Push, open, figure 4, open the knee, and then push the heel up. Take it down, pelvis down, leg down. One last time. Up, figure 4, heel up, down, down, and down. Good. Now move the bricks to your left. No need to get up if you can. Just push the brick to the left. Okay. Ready? So first we lift and we go into figure 4 and open and stay. Careful, if you're going to go too high, the lower back is going to take it and the butt. Nothing wrong with the butt taking it, but we want the hamstring. Then you open the right knee away from you. And square the hips as much as you can. Good. With control, you take it down, down. And again, push, figure 4, heel up, take the leg down, open the knee, take the pelvis down, and then take the foot down. Okay, now 2 more times in your own pace without my instruction. Yeah, very good. Yes. Okay, and once you're done, both feet on the ground. Okay, so are you feeling your hamstrings? You know where they are by now? Yeah? Okay. Good. So take your 2 bricks. Now, for some of you, it will be too much with the 2 bricks. 1 brick is enough. You can look for a moment. We're going to lift the pelvis and place the bricks like this. So under the sacrum. under the sacrum and tailbone. Make sure it's not under the lower back. If it's under the lower back, it's not going to be comfortable. Then lift the pelvis for a moment and take the flesh of the butt away from the lower back towards your heels. So it feels like you have more space there. And then you hold the bricks. As you hold the bricks, your chest will open. We want that. Okay, so this is Satubandha, supported Satubandha Asana. We're staying here for a moment. Make sure that the knees do not open. The knees are facing forward. The hips are naturally square. And the feet are parallel as well. So you hold the brick, the chest is open. And you stay here for a moment. You can close your eyes. And now you're going to take your legs towards your body, one leg at a time, and lengthen them towards the ceiling. So make sure that they're not too close to the body. They need to be in a 90-degree angle for the pelvis, from the pelvis. Push through the heels, and if you can, push or lift the kneecaps to straighten the knees and activate the front thigh. Stay there. I'm going down to look at you. Stay there. So your hands are holding the brick.
Yeah. Good. If it's too much, just bend your knees. So you want your pelvis on the, don't lift the pelvis, Karen. Good. Good. Yvonne, take the bricks lower down. Neil, bend the knees a little bit. Bend the knees a little bit. So yeah, exactly. This is good now. And Carolina, are your legs together? Bring them together so the inner thigh will work too. Good. Okay. Okay. Now you're going to take your legs one leg at a time down. One and then the other, even though it might be easy to take the two. Yeah, good. And stay in Satubandha, supported Satubandha, just for another moment. If you can, re-hug the bricks so you're opening the chest again. Yeah? Readjust the shoulders there. Sharona, just so you know, I cannot see you, but I understand, yeah, limitations. Okay. Okay. Now, the way to come out of Satubandha is this. You're lifting the pelvis away from the bricks and pushing the bricks away. Lift the pelvis, push the bricks away, and take the pelvis down again. Don't hug the knees. Just take the pelvis down and rest. Okay. Good. So, take the hands into a 90-degree angle. Yeah. And start moving the legs from side to side. So your feet are still hip width apart, and you're just moving the knees, releasing some tension from the lower back, or just bringing movement. Maybe there's no tension there. And also here, we're staying here for a moment. You can close your eyes
And allow your body to move with the movement of the legs. So if you look at me in the camera, I think that you can see that my head is really moving once my knees are going down. This is good. I want this fluidity and movement in the body. So allow your body to kind of be dragged with the movement of the legs. Okay. And the next time that your legs are going to come to the right, stay. Don't bring your feet together. The feet are still apart. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale to the left and stay. Good. And now roll all the way to the left. And with your hands, push the floor to come up. And you're going to take it to bricks again. Place it in the top of your mat. This time it's going to be for your hands. Okay. So your bricks or your books are under your hands. So we're creating a neutral spine, remember? If you're not sure what's a neutral spine, because not all of you done the TTC with me. So this, if you can see my back, this is not a neutral spine. A neutral spine will be the spine that I have when I'm standing nice and tall. Yeah, so just a tiny curve in the lower back and a tiny curve in the neck, a neutral spine and pelvis. So I'm pushing the sitting bones towards the back wall, and I'm pushing my hands against the brick, and my head is looking down. So I have a little bit of an arch in the neck. Okay, so find your neutral spine. I'm gonna talk you through. So your hands are pressing. Hilly, that's too much on the upper back. Release the upper back a little bit. So the hands are pressing against the bricks, and the gap between the shoulder blades is full, but not because I'm pressing and arching my back, because I'm using the muscles. Okay. So, כן, תשחררי קצת את הגב, תשחררי את הגב. זהו, בדיוק. Okay, now push through the top of your head forward and push your sitting bones backwards. Engage the abdomen a little bit by drawing your navel up towards your spine and another kind of up towards the chest. So in towards the spine and up towards the chest. Good. And then take your legs back into a plank. Okay. Take the knees down. Good. And again. Neutral spine and pelvis, taking the legs back into a plank, and then taking the right foot forward in between your palms or in between your bricks. If it's hard, use your hand and move the foot forward. When you're pregnant, you just have more of a gap between your hands, and the leg is coming from the outside. Bye, Emma. Okay, so press the front left thigh against the bone and make sure that your knee is straight. So by pressing the front thigh against the bone, we're activating the muscle, the quadriceps muscles, and straightening the knee. So there's a nice and very important relationship between the quads, the front thigh muscle,
and the hamstrings, the back thigh muscle. So focus on the back leg. Good. Now bring your awareness to the front leg. Hamstrings are activated, getting engaged, and the front thigh is getting engaged at the same time, in a different way, of course, than the back leg. Okay. Now change. Try and change through a plank. And if you cannot, downward dog is good here. I'm just taking the knee down to look at you. Don't take the knee down. Okay. Okay, so press the front right thigh against the bone. Make sure that the knee is straight and focus on the back leg. The back thigh is elongating, the front thigh is engaging and elongating. Now focus on the front leg. Feel the hamstrings in a nice active contraction. And the quads are working as well. Very good. Straighten the back leg. Don't let it drop. Yes. Good, Sonia. Okay. And then take the leg back into a plank. Take the knees down. Keep the bricks and come into Adho Mukha Virasana. So separate your knees a little bit. Big toes are touching. Then maybe you need to move the bricks forward. Rotate the shoulders away from the ears, and the head will not touch the ground. So stay there. The shoulders are active. And Angelica, what you can do is you can stand the bricks. And you have more space. Like this, yeah, or even the higher version if you need it. Good. Okay, keep the shoulders active. Very good. If you know how to do it, then gently press your thoracic spine in. Yeah. Carolina, lower the head, tuck the chin slightly. That's it. And keep the thoracic work. Yeah, it's hard together. Good. Very good. Okay, come up. Take your right foot forward. And activate your left leg again. We're gonna come up to my favorite standing asana, variation of warrior one. Inhale, get ready. Exhale, come up, hands in namaste. Okay, now sit low with your right sitting bone and activate the back thigh. If you need to adjust the camera, adjust the camera. Hands in namaste for now, and we focus on the legs. Very good. Open your chest. Look forward. And bring your awareness down. So imagine how your legs, the energy of the legs is going down. And this allows the energy of the chest to come up. Okay. And take your hands down. Change, if you can, through a plank. If it's hard, then downward dog. Left foot forward. Activate the back leg before you go up. Before you go up, activate the back leg. Inhale, get ready. And exhale, push the air out and lift. Activate the back leg. Yes. Sit down. It's not going to be a perfect 90. It doesn't matter. The legs are heavy, strong and heavy in a nice way. The chest is open. The rib cage are coming off the pelvis, is coming off the pelvis. Look forward. Good. And we're going to come down. Take your hands down and go into downward dog. If it's doable, hands on the bricks for downward dog. If it's books or it's just too slippery, move the bricks and go into downward dog on the mat. I'm going to look at your downward dog. Stay. Okay, rotate the shoulders away from the ears. Release the head. Don't press down. Lift up through your sitting bones. Press the front thigh against the bone. So straighten your knees. Neil, you can even step back. Let's see if you step back, what happens? Yeah, if you can, keep it for now, just for now. Not forever. Okay. Rotate the shoulders away from the ears. Lift the sitting bones up. Healy, go to downward dog. Kelev mabit mata. Good, stay. Press the front thigh against the bone. Lift the sitting bones up. Very good. Very good. Don't think at the chest. Lift. Yeah. Okay, and rest down. Adho Mukha Virasana. Take the bricks away. Hands are on the ground. You can rest the elbows or keep them active. Okay. One more time, downward dog. I'm not doing it. I'm looking at you. Tuck your toes. Come up. I'll do it for a moment. So, downward dog. Rotating the shoulders away from the ears, releasing the head. Lifting through the sitting bones, pressing the front thigh against the bone. Keep lifting the sitting bones up and start taking the heels down. So we're elongating the back leg. Stay in the downward dog. We're elongating the back leg, sitting bones up. Front of the thigh is pressed against the bone. Heels are going down. The back of the knee opens. Good. Keep the form. If you can, Carolina, release the head. If you can, move the heels more towards the ground. Good, and rest down. Knees down. Looking good. Knees down. Adho Mukha Virasana. It's getting hot, huh? Very good. Okay. Come up. And take your bricks again. So this time your bricks are going to wait for you standing. If you know that you have short hamstrings or that maybe you're pregnant or something like that, then you can use another set of bricks if you have them, or a chair. Any kind of chair, doesn't need to be yoga chair. I'm going to show you the options of the chair as well in a moment. But we'll start with the bricks first. So right foot forward and the left foot back. Do you know which asana is coming? You can answer me, right? Okay. Parshvottanasana. So you square your hips, right foot forward, left foot back. There is a gap between the feet. So if I were to close my feet, to bring my feet together, I would have a bit less than hip width or hip width apart kind of gap. Okay? Okay. So first, my legs are not first, they're straight. And I'm turning my pelvis forward. Okay, stay there. If you're using a chair, let me get the chair here so you can hear me in the speakers. So if you're using a chair, it will be the same thing with the legs. You'll use the chair. It's great. It's great even if you don't have short hamstrings. It's just great to use the chair. Okay? So if you're taking the chair, take the chair. If not, the bricks. Inhale and lift the arms up. Careful not to do what I'm doing. Can you see how I'm overarching my lower back? There's no need. Yeah? You draw your navel in and you elongate. The kneecaps are active, very good. Inhale, get ready. Exhale, come down. Take your bricks just under your shoulders and square your hips. If you want to get a chair, go get a chair. A normal chair. Okay. So how do we square the hips? Usually the left side is going to be higher. So we rotate the left side down. And there's a nice rotation of the left thigh inwards. Yeah, so not this, but that. The front leg is active. The front thigh is active. The kneecap is lifted up. Good. And now I take my sternum forward. Can you see? Not this, that. Very good, Anya. Yeah. Good. And we're going to stay here. Lift your kneecaps, both legs. Lift the kneecaps. You can connect to your legs for a moment by looking at them. Good. After you've looked, lift your head again. Look forward and push your thoracic spine in. Yes. You can elongate the back of your neck, and we're staying just a little while longer. I'm looking at you. You stay with both hands. Good, Ila. Good. Okay. And we're going to come up. So look down, and as you exhale, lift. Now, to keep the same measurement, what we're going to do of the legs, you're going to step back. And also just to have some fun. Step back, and then take the other leg forward. Yes. Okay. Then square your hips. Yeah. Square the hips. Taking the right hip bone forward. Now it's easy to see that the hips are square. Once we're down, it's a bit harder. Squaring the hips. And you see the mistake I naturally do? The tendency, the natural tendency is to allow the abdomen to come forward and the lower back to overarch. So draw your navel in, but don't allow it to square your hips. Draw your navel in, lift the pubic bone towards the navel, lift the navel towards the sternum, lift the arms up. Very good. Lift the kneecaps up, inhale, get ready. Exhale, come forward. If you have a chair, you stay long arms on the chair. If not, then you take the bricks. Re-square your hips. Take your right hip lower down. If you're not sure, you can touch your sacrum and kind of feel, is it level? You can touch your hip bones. Now move with your awareness to the thoracic spine, the spine that is behind the sternum, and imprint it. Imprint it. I'm looking at you. Tanya, imprint the thoracic spine. Look up for a moment and push the thoracic spine. Yes, good. Then you can look down again. Just the tips of the fingers, Larissa, against the brick. Then you have more freedom in the thoracic. Good. Okay. Stay there. Keep your legs active. Keep your spine long. The thoracic spine is being imprinted in. Okay. And to come up, we're exhaling. So inhale, get ready. Exhale and lift. Close the step back. Whoop. And we're going into the first Tadasana of the day. And my favorite variation is with brick. So you take the brick in between your thighs. So the brick is in between the thighs, quite close to the groin. And if you can, stand like me, sideways. So I see the side of your body and not the front. Good. When I see the side of your body, and a lot of you are teachers, but when I see the side of your body, this is where I see where your weight is going. I lift my hand so you can see. Yeah, this or that. Okay, so we want to bring, or before we bring anything, we take the skin of the thighs and rotate it inwards. Then we hold the brick. Then we bring the weight of the body more towards the heels than we think is necessary. And the toes, can you see? Naturally, the toes are lifting. Good, stay there for a moment. Yeah. The kneecaps are nice and active. It's actually the front thighs, the quads are active. The kneecaps are lifted. And because the thighs are holding the body from falling, they're really nice and active. So let's stay like this for a moment. This is not the final way, but we're staying. Keep the toes up, lean back, lift the base of the sternum up. Good. Lift through the top of your head. Yes. Still leaning on the heels more than necessary. Okay. And now stretch the fingers down. Take the toes down. Make sure that you're looking not at the screen, but at your eye level. You can even close your eyes and stay in the beautiful, firm Tadasana. More weight on the heels than on the toes, but the toes are down. Now we take the soldier feeling away from the body. We keep the yogi. Yeah, so no need for the stiffness. Watch your face. What's your attitude? Is it a sweet one or a rigid one? What's your breath? Okay, The front thigh is still active. When the front thigh is active, the hamstrings are active. Those are the two stabilizers of the knee, the main stabilizers of the knee, the quads and the hamstrings. They work together. Now, Urdhva Hastasana. Urdhva up, Hasta palms. Lift your arms up. If it's hard because of shoulder issues or lower back pain, then you're going to have your hands to the sides. This is also very nice. If not, the palms are turned to each other and you're lifting through the fingers. You're pushing down through the heels. Stay in the asana. I'm going out of it to look at you. Look forward, sitting bones down. We don't tuck the tailbone anymore. We can talk about it, but this is not a cue that I give any longer. So if you're the generation that I told to tuck the tailbone, don't. Silk it more towards the heels. Move more to the heels, yeah. Lift the arms. The arms are heavy when you're lifting the arms through the arms. Lift the arms through the legs. Okay, it's weird. Take your arms now down for a moment. Okay, I'm going to explain. So look at this too. Lifting the arms, if I'm lifting my arms, just from lifting the arms, it's a lot of effort. I want to lift the arms from my legs. So my legs are rotated, my thighs are rotated inward and holding the brick. The brick is actually really helping. The inner thigh activation is helping to lift the hands. The inner thigh activation allows me to activate my pelvic diaphragm, my pelvic floor, yeah, which allows me to activate my core muscles and to shoot. This is not because of the core muscles that I shoot the spine up, because of the, never mind, okay. So I shoot the spine up, and then it's easier to lift the hands. So go back to the asana. Go back, Urdhva Hastasana. Hold the brick well. Don't squeeze the butt. If you're rotating the thighs properly forward, the butt cannot be squeezed. The side, yes. Gluteus medius, yes. Gluteus maximus, no. Okay, leaning to the heels, holding the brick well. Pelvic diaphragm lifted like a zipper. Can you see? Navel in and up. Base of the sternum up, top of the head up. Now I'm lifting through my hands. My hands are nice and active. You cannot see my fingers, but my fingers are nice and active. And the lifting of my hands is coming from my thighs, not from my butt. Don't squeeze the butt. Look forward at your eye level. Keep the asana. Come to your breath. So you're focusing on your legs to shoot the spine, to elongate the spine, and to lift the arms. Okay. And release. Release the brick. And move into downward dog. Hands on the ground. Rotating the shoulders away from the ears. Lifting the sitting bones. Releasing the head. If you can, bring the heels closer to the ground or to touch the ground. Stay in downward dog. I'm looking at you. Very good. Yes. Okay. And rest in Adho Mukha Virasana. If you feel that you want to keep downward dog, stay in downward dog. Elena, if you're staying in downward dog, Elena Marini, then take your legs slightly back so your spine is longer. That's it. And release the head. Very nice. And if you're resting, you're resting. Okay. Come up and take your break. So we're working on the hamstrings, but it seems like we're working on the quads a lot. Yes, it's true. They work together. We're gonna go down to the ground soon, and we're gonna target the hamstrings more. But the thing is, about the hamstrings, about any muscle, they're not isolated. So we shouldn't treat them as isolated. And they have a relationship with other muscles, and we should honor that and use that. So I'm not exactly explaining how, but it's really important to honor the relationships. So now we're going to honor the relationship of well, everything is going to work, the front thigh, the back thigh, and the inner thigh. And we're going to sit in the most horrible asana, which is Utkatasana. Okay? So hands will be on the waist. Angelica, take a wall and lean against the wall to do it. Okay? I'm going to move to see you. Okay. So we're sitting for a moment. You don't need to sit too low. Yeah, Chara, also you take the wall. Or, okay, good. So if you're using the wall, you lean against the wall and sit. And for us, we're just gonna sit in the air. So inhale, get ready, hands are on the waist, exhale and sit. Now you hug the brick. If you don't have a brick, you imagine that you hug the brick. You don't need to sit very low, just enough so you feel the front thigh and you feel the back thigh and the inner thigh. Good. Open, look forward, make sure that you're not overarching your lower back, sitting bones down. Now push into Tadasana. So we're not going to take the arms up. It's just going to give some tension for the lower back. We're not focusing on anything up there. We're focusing on the legs. Okay? Twice more. Inhale, exhale, and sit. Hands on the waist, chest is open. Look forward. Hold your brick well. Maybe you want to bring your legs closer together. Back thigh is active, front thigh is active. If you can, sorry, if you can, close your eyes and feel the hamstrings. Come to the back thigh. Good. And lift. Okay. One last time. I'm not doing it. I'm just looking at you. Now get ready. Exhale and sit. Make sure that you squeeze the brick. If you don't have a brick, you imagine the brick. You're doing good. Oh, Hans, finally I can see you. Good. Okay, and push up. Stay in Tadasana. Release the hands. Still looking at you. Tadasana. Good. And
lie on your back.
So if you have a blanket and you feel like using it for the head, then a blanket for the head. If you have a bolster, then you can have a bolster next to your right outer thigh. If not, then a brick is good, or just a normal cushion. Okay. So take your strap. If you don't have a strap, a scarf or anything like that will do. Lie down. Okay. So lie down in CRP for a moment. I just want to talk. So I'm going to get up. So what's really important to understand about the hamstrings, another thing that is important to understand is that well, I don't know if to get into it actually, but if I want to elongate them properly, first I need to understand that I'm not really elongating it, I'm relaxing it. So what I want to do is we activated it all throughout the class. And if you remember in the past, I used to start, I imagine that in your TTC, I used to start the class with the hamstring elongation lying down. So Supta Padangusthasana. But now I tend to do it at the last part of the class because first I want to really activate and warm up the muscle, make it juicy. And only then, after it's very much alive and moving, you see this movement that I keep doing with my hand. This is the liveliness, the moistness that I want to have in the muscle and in the fascia. So after I have that, after I give it some time to work with the quads, to work with the inner thigh, then I'm going to start elongating it. So it's not really elongating it, it's allowing it to lengthen. Let's say it like this. Now it's enough. So we take the strap and we place it on the heel. Okay, make sure that it's not on the arch, but on the actual heel. So if you're pregnant, you might want to keep the leg standing on the floor, the other leg. Or if you have sciatica or sciatic pain and it's not comfortable to lengthen the leg, then this is very, very good. Okay, and you're going to keep the leg standing throughout the practice of Supta Padangusthasana. For the rest of you, if you're practicing with the leg straight, anyway, for now, you're going to keep it bent for a moment. So keep the left knee bent and straighten the right one. Now, we have a tendency, especially if you're flexible, to have the leg closer than 90. So if you have a camera and you can see yourself, use it to make sure that you're in 90. And usually it's less than you think, because we want to work on the bones for now, on the skeleton. So the strap is on the heel is above the knee is above the pelvis. And then we lengthen the other leg forward. There is a rotation of the thigh inwards. Actually, both thighs are rotated inwards, and both heels are active. And we are staying here. Yeah. So the thing will be is to lengthen the knee, no, not to lengthen the knee, to straighten the knee and to lengthen the heel. Mostly of the leg that is directed up, but also on the other leg. Good. Close your eyes and we're staying here for a while.
Come to your breath. Okay. And now, same leg, you just allow the strap to come higher to the arch of the leg. Can you see? I was on the heel, and now I just allow it to come higher on the arch of the foot. It's the leg, but it's the foot. The arch of the foot, now it's working more on muscles, less on bones. If you want to come over 90, it's okay. Make sure that it doesn't hurt too much on the back leg. And make sure that you're not hip hiking with your right hip. So the right hip is going down, not down to the floor. You can say actually forward. Press the front thigh against the bone and lift the hip up towards the hip forward. Now you can say take the hip up down to the hip. The other leg is constantly active. One more variation. You take the strap to the ball of the feet. The ball of the feet. So now push through the ball of the feet against the strap and keep pushing the heel up. If it causes you some nerval irritation, then bring the strap back to the heel. Keep activating the front thigh. Release and take the strap, everybody, take the strap back to the heel. Straighten the knee again and take your brick. So I'm going to show you on the left side, but you're going to put it on the right. Take your brick to the side of the groin. So when you're opening, when you're going to open now the right leg to the right in Supta Padangusthasana B, this is going to support your thigh. So your hips are completely square. Okay, so take the elbow, the right elbow to the floor. When you open into Supta Padangusthasana B, or lateral, you have the elbow on the floor. So my right side, which is not the side to the camera, looks like this. Yeah? So my elbow is aligned with my shoulder and I'm holding the strap. If you don't reach, just lengthen the strap. Yeah? And then have your hands on your hip bones, see that they're level. Good. And look at your right foot. We don't want to have the pinky toe facing the floor. We want to have the outer line of the foot parallel to the floor. So especially if you're flexible, you're going to need to rotate the foot back, which will change also the position of the hip. Okay, we're staying a bit longer. Activate the leg that is on the ground. Inhale, lift up. And just for a moment, take the strap with your left hand and take the elbow. Can you see how I'm taking the elbow to the ground? In one line with my shoulder, take it down, allow the hips to rotate. Allow the foot that is on the ground to rotate and open the right hand to the right. You can adjust yourself by taking the right hip away from your face. Keep the bottom leg active and keep the heel active. Good. Lift it up and take away the strap. For a moment, hug the knee. Keep the other leg still active, hug the knee, release, and stand the foot on the floor. Okay, take the other leg up. And we're starting with the strap all the way down on the heel. Now, press the front thigh against the bone. Lengthen the heel up. And if it's right for you, straighten the right one forward. If not, you keep it standing up. There's nothing wrong with that. Press the front thigh against the bone. Look at yourself in the camera. Make sure, if you can, and make sure that you're in a 90-degree angle of the leg from the body or from the floor. And we're staying here. Both legs are active, thighs are rotated inwards. Deep breath. Stay in the asana. I'm just going to look at you for a moment.
Good. Straight knees. If your leg cannot reach to 90, it doesn't matter. It matters that your knee is straight. Very, very nice. Okay.
Okay. Now we take the strap into the arch. Feel the legs are active, the heel is active, the front thigh. And it feels a bit different there. Now we take the strap to the ball of the feet. We're activating the ball of the feet area. We're activating the heel. Front thigh is active. Feel the difference between all the variations? Go back to the heel. Just another moment here. Then take the brick on the outer left groin or the bolster or any cushion. Take the strap with the left hand and take the elbow to touch the ground. The leg will follow. The elbow is more or less in one line with your shoulder, so the chest stays nice and open. The hips are square, and we don't want to take the pinky toe. We don't want to allow the pinky toe to go to the ground. Yeah? So we bring the outer line of the foot to be parallel to the floor. Keep activating the front thigh. Keep activating the leg that is on the floor. You can stay here. Close your eyes for a moment. Come to your breath. Lift, and we're gonna go into seat. Take the right elbow, so the right hand is holding the strap, and the right elbow is going down. Allow the hips or allow the pelvis to rotate. You can take the outer groin with your hands down. I don't know if you can see in the camera. Yeah, this, I believe that you can see. the bottom leg is active. It's important for the spine. The bottom leg is active. The side leg now is active. The arms are active. Good. Last moment. Straighten your knees. Up. Hug the knee. Move the strap. Hug the knee. And stand on the floor. Stand the sole of your feet on the ground again. Stretch your arms into 90, a 90-degree angle. And just like in the beginning of the class, move the legs from side to side. And allow the pelvis to move, the head to follow. Releasing tension from the body, from the lower back. So, Shavasana. How do we do Shavasana? So, if you have a chair where you can reach, then grab the chair. I'll show you if you don't have a chair what to do in a moment. If you have the chair, take the chair. Really nice for the lower back, usually. And this is your Shavasana. Super, super nice. Okay, if you don't have a chair, or the sofa, or a table, or anything like a coffee table, or anything like that, if not, you can take your brick and you place the bricks. Can you see with the camera how they go a little bit like this? To adjust to my knee structure. If you have a blanket, you can place the blanket on top. It's actually also nice if you've never done this. It's nice to try it if you feel like it. It feels different than a chair and it feels different than a bolster. How different? You'll tell me. Okay, so choose your Shavasana. If you're cold, cover yourself. Make sure that you're nice and comfortable where you are. Shavasana, final relaxation. Healing. If your lower back doesn't feel comfortable in Shavasana, just keep your feet standing on the floor. Exactly. With every exhalation, allow the body to sink deeper and deeper into the ground. That was a really nice, simple work for the hamstrings. It's really related to many things in the body, but one of the things is lower back. You can allow the lower back, especially if your legs are lifted or standing up on the floor, you can allow the lower back to relax more and more.
And from the relaxation of the lower back, you allow the relaxation of the entire body to come. So it's like ripples and ripples of relaxation. Okay. Bring your awareness back into your physical body. And it was a short relaxation, but this is time. And gently hug your knees in. Roll on to your right hand side. Allow the back to be rounded. Allow the body to stay heavy. Just another moment. Then using your hands, you can push the ground. The head will come up last. Come to a meditation, seated meditation position. Close your eyes, open your chest. Bring your palms to namaste at the base of the sternum. Lift the base of the sternum towards the thumbs. Lower the head down with gratitude. Love very much.